Barkheda Pathani, an urban village. Barkheda Pathani thrives as a vibrant blend of tradition and community spirit. The local market pulses with daily life shops, street vendors, and natural gathering spots create a unique charm. Just nearby, the open ground serves as a lively center for sports, festivals, and cultural events. With strong community participation and a rich social fabric, Barkheda is a space full of energy, opportunity, and the promise of thoughtful people centered development. Barkheda Patani is an agricultural village where the 70% of the land is dedicated to farming, a foundation of both livelihood and identity for its people. As the heart of this community, the local market bustles with energy, shops, street vendors, and everyday interactions bring the space to life. Just nearby, the open ground is a vibrant center for sports, cultural events, and festivals. Barkhera Patani is a growing connected community shaped by tradition, activity, and a strong sense of belonging. Welcome to Barkhera Patani, pin code 462022. With a population of over 14,000 people, major development in the area began after the establishment of BHEL, attracting migrants from the Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Maharashtra region. Today, Barkhera is supported by Nagar Nigam, which manages essential services like water, electricity, and gas. Under the UNAV ESTA initiative, we are exploring how AI and VR can transform urban village studies by bringing smart insights to the growing communities like Barkhera. So let's have a look at the overview of Barkhera Patani's demography. With a combined population of over 7,570 male and 6,365 female, this data includes nearby areas like Saket Nagar. Demography helps us understand how births, deaths, and migration shape our community. Using AI and VR, we aim to deepen the insights for better planning and sustainable urban village development. A base map of Barkheda supports our spatial analysis. Based on our team's local survey, Barkheda Patani shows a balanced gender and age-wise distribution, with larger families being common. Over 30% of households have 4 or more members. Education levels reveal that more than 40% haven't completed secondary school, while only about a third have. Male education rates are slightly higher than female. Occupations are mostly blue collar. PHEL workers, cleaners, and auto drivers dominate. These insights mapped using AI VR highlight the key socio-economic trends shaping the urban village. Main roads feature commercial or mixed-use buildings, attracting higher traffic and pedestrian movement. This calls for wider roads to manage flow efficiently as accessibility improves and land values rise, making these areas more desirable. With increased activity, essential facilities like parking become critical to ensure convenience and comfort for residents and visitors alike. Buildings along major roads in this area are mostly pakka and limited to ground or G+1 floors. Government institutions like schools and anganwadis are typically single story, while private ones often have multiple floors. Newer constructions, especially mixed use buildings, usually have 2 or more floors. Commercial on the ground and residential above. Industrial buildings, however, are often kacha and temporary. Overall, 95% of residents, around the 13,000 people, live in pakka houses, reflecting strong structural development in the area. Now let's have a look at the housing conditions in Barkheda. So, the housing conditions in this area varies across 4 categories. Good homes are structurally sound with above standard utility and appearance. Livable houses maybe can show signs of aging or minor repairs but remain fully functional. Dilapidated structures are, however, severely damaged and require major repairs, often beyond restoration. Lastly, under construction buildings are actively being built but not yet complete, indicating ongoing development in the area. As we can see in the image of Fab 2012 and to that of 2024, a major difference can be seen. The intensity of infrastructure and public common spaces have more prominently emerged in the area. According to the pie chart, approximate 51% of homes are structurally sound, about 45% are livable, and 4% are dilapidated. So, under the UNAV ETSA initiative for urban village studies using AI and VR, we analyze the existing conditions in this area. Public buildings are government owned and managed, while the private buildings belong to the individuals or businesses. Historically, most residents lived in the northern and southern ends of the area. Over the last 20 years, settlement gradually expanded into the central parts, reflecting organic urban growth and evolving land use patterns. Now, talking about the transportation and public accessible areas, road widths in Barkheda range from 1 to 9 meters, with most falling between 2 to 5 meters. Roads are categorized into primary roads 6 to 8 meters, secondary roads 3 to 5 meters, and tertiary roads of 1 to 2 meters. The total road length is approximately 25.3 kilometers. Notably, roads just 1 meter wide restrict movement to only bicycles and two-wheelers, limiting the access for larger vehicles in certain parts of the area. As per the URD-PFI guidelines and the Bhopal Development Plan, Barkheda's roads are classified into arterial, subarterial, sector, and local roads. Row varies. Local streets range from 12 to 20 meters, while national highways require a minimum of 90 meters. Most roads in Barkheda are paved with concrete, and the street parking dominates the area, with vehicles commonly parked along the roadsides. A few areas offer off-street parking, but even there, the street parking remains the norm. Now let's explore the different sections of the road in Barkheda. Understanding the classification and design of these road sections is essential for planning traffic flow, infrastructure development, and urban growth in the area. So let's have a look at some data we have collected from the area. So the total population of Barkheda was around 14,237 with 277 families who have either bicycle or two-wheeled or four-wheeled vehicles in their home for the transportation mode. But in this survey, it was found that the number of four-wheelers is less due to the width of road, so it can be a factor minimizing and restricting the mode of transportation by four-wheeler vehicles. Apart from this, we have collected various data by analyzing the different professions and their preferred mode of transportation in the form of pie charts and bar graphs, as we can see. The social infrastructure includes the policies, resources, and services that support productive, social, and economical activities such as education, healthcare, and social services. Barkheda has a population of around 14,237 people living in approximately 2,462 residential buildings, excluding the mixed-use buildings. Institutional buildings, including schools, clinics, and ward office, total 48, making up just 2% of all the buildings in the area. This highlights the balance between the residential and essential social facilities in the community. Barkheda has approximately 4 clinics with an urban primary healthcare center just 600 meters away and AIIMS located 2.1 kilometers from the area. While URD-PFI guidelines don't require a dispensary here, the growing population of around 14,000 suggests a dispensary would be beneficial. For education, the area has more than required number of schools, over 6 pre-primary more than 3 primary and at least 2 senior secondary schools, totaling of 22 schools which adequately serve the community's needs. Open spaces in this area are key to its urban fabric. They include regular, irregular, and incidental open spaces, the latter formed unintentionally through unplanned, random housing development. The southern part of Barkheda is more planned and features a higher number of open spaces, showing the link between planning and availability of open areas. Many of these spaces are currently vacant plots likely to be developed soon. Talking about the design proposals, we have proposed two projects in Barkheda. First, redevelopment of the Bajrang market, and second, redevelopment of the Barkheda ground. The Bajrang market covers a total area of 3.9 acres or 15,800 square meters. The site is divided into three distinct zones to optimize space and functionality. Details of the areas for Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3 will guide targeted improvements, ensuring efficient use of the site to support commercial growth and better user experience. The market faces several challenges. Informal public gatherings lack proper infrastructure, forcing laborers to sit uncomfortably without seating or shade. Pedestrian and vehicular movement conflict due to random parking and no clear walking or cycling zones, creating unsafe conditions. Natural shades from trees is unutilized, missing opportunities for comfortable sitting and gathering spots. Despite these issues, the market remains lively, so the future designs should enhance this organic activity while addressing the infrastructure needs. We have proposed a plan for the Bajrang market, keeping in mind the needs of people and addressing the public accessibility issues. We have provided proper parking areas for 2 and 4-wheeler parking, giving a comfortable 5.6-meter driveway. Also, creating interesting pathways for distributing crowd and making the place more accessible. Let's look at the before and after renders of the marketplace, which were taken in Lumion and aftermath recreated by AI Render Studio, showcasing how the AI tools can help architects rethinking and visualizing better infrastructure scenarios. Now we'll take a glance at the virtual simulation environment created with the help of rendering software. So now we'll see the application of our design proposals in MetaQuest 3. The redevelopment of Barkheda Pathania ground spans a total area of 4.4 acres or 17,800 square meters. The site is divided into three zones to better serve community needs, each designed for specific activities such as recreation, sports, and public gatherings. This proposal aims to transform the ground into a vibrant, inclusive, and multifunctional public space for all age groups. The Barkheda ground, though actively used for sports and events, faces several issues. There is no proper seating for sports spectators, forcing them to sit on the ground or walls. Casual visitors, especially the elderly and marginalized, also lack resting spaces. During fairs and carnivals, poor circulations and undefined pathways lead to crowding and confusion. Additionally, the absence of designated parking creates congestion, especially during events, highlighting the urgent need for a thoughtful and inclusive redesign. We have created a designated space for spectators by creating a colorful and vibrant pattern of structure using tensile fabric material, which acts as a sunshade, providing a convenient seating as well as interactive space for the people. Also, stepped seating is installed for the sports spectators and a special area for kids, which provides a safe and comfortable play area for children. Also, we have arranged various utilities which are needed for the playground to be a better interactive space, such as parking areas, small shops, and roadside street for front end developments. Similarly, like the marketplace, we have created the Lumion renders of the Barkheda ground and their AI recreated versions. Now we'll take a glance at the virtual simulation environment created with the help of rendering software. So now we'll see the application of our design proposals in MetaQuest 3. Through careful observations, on-ground surveys and community interaction, we identified the everyday challenges faced by the people of Barkheda Pathani, whether in movement, public space usage for access to essential services. Guided by this understanding, we propose thoughtful, site-sensitive design solutions that not only address these issues but also enhance the social and spatial fabric of the village. Our aim was to support the organic growth while creating inclusive, functional, and future ready spaces for the people who bring Barkheda to life.